Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. Visit your Carolina Ford dealer, proud partner of Carolina Athletics. Coca-Cola, there's magic when we cheer together. And by Hardison and Cochran, dial 919 all fours for a free legal consultation.
Hello again. Welcome to the latest edition of the Carolina Insider. Man, we have a busy show for you today, covering a bunch of different Tar Heel topics. That includes men's basketball, of course. 1-1 week for the Heels on a 2-game road trip. But that game against Virginia earlier in the week, Armando Bacot only plays 1 minute and 18 seconds before getting hurt. Pete Nance was unable to go. The Heels undermanned. They fought but fell short against a quality Virginia team. We will see some footage from that game. Tar Heels bounced back, though, and really had a dominant performance against Louisville, who's having a tough season. Carolina didn't let the Cardinals have much hope as they ran away and won by over 20. We'll have highlights of that victory coming up in just a minute. But more than just men's basketball today, we'll talk a little Tar Heel football as well. Mack Brown met with the media earlier this week to talk about incoming transfers, talk about the transfer portal, talk about NIL, just all the different things that are happening now that college football has moved into the offseason. You'll hear from Coach Brown, plus some women's basketball as well. Highlights of some big wins for Courtney Banghart's team this week over Notre Dame and also on the road against Virginia. And you'll hear from one of the stars of Carolina's women's team, Eva Hodgson, as well. Busy show. We're going to start with highlights. Carolina and Louisville in the Yum Center on Saturday afternoon.
Seth Trimble has already come off the Carolina bench as R.J. Davis pulls up for 3 in transition and strips it home. Ellis on the drive, got too deep and turned it over as he pitched it out to the perimeter. Intercepted by Love. He'll go the other way. Takes a ton of contact that he can't finish through, but then Bacot, trailing the play, gets the rebound and dunks it in. Drives right of the court to Davis. Down low to Bacot for another dunk. Bounces over in the left corner to Trimble. Drives, kicks, Davis open for 3, in and out. There's DeMarco Dunn, though, for the offensive rebound and stick in to Ellis. Drives through the paint, comes up short on his jumper. R.J. Davis on the run, gets the rebound, bounce pass to Bacot in transition for the left-handed layup in the lead. In the post to Roosevelt Wheeler, falling out of bounds, and his pass tipped and intercepted. Dunn, tough bounce pass to Styles, who brought it in and then threw it home. Dunn. Now Davis, deep on the left wing. Well, it's going to turn into a mile-long 3. Count it, RJ. He has had a tough day shooting, just 1 of 7. Puff Johnson, can he get this 3? Yes, from the left corner. Bacot now with 11 rebounds as Davis in traffic up high finds Johnson. He'll try another triple. Yes, sir. There's a lot of contact out in the middle of the floor. Davis just wouldn't let there be a handoff pass. It ends up being a steal and a rim rocker from Leaky Black as Carolina goes up 53-35. Love gets a screen from Washington, had space, didn't attack. Now he will on the drive. Pitches wide open, corner right, Dunn. Count it for 3. Going to drive right down Broadway. Sends it in the corner to Black. Out to Dunn. Heel's got to shoot it. Dunn will fire the 3 and knock it in from the top right. Well, that's a biggie. See if the Tar Heels set up in the zone. No, they're going to pick up in the man-to-man after Louisville had the transition opportunity, and they get a steal. Into the hands of Black. He'll pitch ahead to Dunn for the right-handed hammer. So Carolina comes to the Yum Center, and after a sluggish start, really lays the hammer down on the Cardinals that are continuing to have a really difficult season.
I'm not gonna believe this, girl.
Mom! Dad! Dad, have you seen this?
I did it.
Wells Fargo helps thousands of students go to college
He got in.
by funding $107 million in scholarships and programming for diverse communities.
Don't worry. I'll be back.
When a bank does what it says,
I knew you could do it!
opportunity happens. Doing gets it done. Wells Fargo, the bank of doing.
I need to try it first.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve. at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Does your team mean the world to you? Then we're just alike. My team here at Hardison & Cochran means the world to me. And just like you, I have nothing but confidence in my team when it's on the line. If you've been injured at work and facing a blitz from the insurance company, I welcome you to call on me and my team. We have 3 workers' compensation experts ready to put in the game to protect you and your family.
Hardison & Cochran, attorneys at law, here for you. 919-ALL-4s.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
I need to try it first.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got freedom. We got power. We got future. So let's drive up and make the future we want to see together. Because your new Ford vehicle is just the start of a journey. So stop by your Ford dealer today and choose one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs ready for delivery. We've been building this country for 119 years, and we're just getting started.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics.
We started to be more aggressive on the defensive end. We started getting stops without fouling. We started rebounding the basketball. That allowed us to get out in transition. We started running. We started not settling for outside jump shots. We started attacking the basket. We started to establish Armando. We started to move the ball, find the open man without hesitation. The ball didn't stick. It was either shot, passed, or driven. And our bench was great. You know, guys that came off the bench just gave us a spark. DeMarco, Dontrez, Jalen, all those guys came off the bench and were really big for us. But the thing that I'm happy about is how we responded. We didn't start the way that we wanted to, but for the rest of the game, I thought we played really well. And I'm really, really proud of them. It's very difficult to win on the road, and it's very difficult to win on the road in the ACC. And Louisville is a very good and talented basketball team. And their record doesn't show that, but extremely well coached, and they're a very talented team that can beat anybody on any given night.
So after that win over Louisville, the Tar Heels improved to 12-6 on the season, back above 500 in ACC play at 4-3. Their week started this 2-game road trip week in Charlottesville. Man, the Tar Heels have had trouble there recently, have not won in John Paul Jones Arena since 2012. Felt like this was a year Carolina had a good chance to do it, but minute and 18 seconds into the game, Armando Bacot goes down. Not that Carolina couldn't have won the game, but you lose your ACC Player of the Year favorite. That's going to hurt. Tar Heels fought hard but came up short. Let's see some of the footage.
And the lack of success on the offensive end, but just 5-0. R.J. Davis, clean look at 3, and he knocks it in to try and get position. Right now, Love has it on the perimeter. Drives in, fakes the pass to Washington, and hits the runner.
Either Jones or Adam, who's not on headset per se. Quick dump to Jalen Washington by Caleb Love, and he flushes it. Welcome to the game.
To take a 14-13 lead. Davis trying to get a high screen from Washington. Pulls up for a tough shot. No good. Washington, the rebound and the putback. High screen from Washington. Love backs up, now attacks. Kicks it in the corner right to Dunn. His three-pointer, good. He rattled it home. Just pass right wing to Dunn. In the paint, it goes to Washington. Works around Cuffero for the bucket and the foul.
And that'll be number 2.
Love out on the perimeter, drives, pitches, left corner 3 for Leaky. Black is good. Trimble in trouble in a double team, crosses the court to Nickel. Extra pass, down low to Washington for the bucket and the foul. Meanwhile, Virginia with the basketball, Shedrick down low, and his outlet pass taken away by Leaky Black, which will turn into a run-out finish for the Tar Heel veteran. For DeMarco Dunn off the bench, shot clock getting low. Davis, hesitation, drive, floater off the window, left side. What a tough one for Davis
for two. You got no big guy in the post with Washington on the bench.
Davis, boy, he's going to try a step back three, nothing but net. Baycott still in the locker room as R.J. Davis will try and answer the three, and he does from the right sideline. It's Caleb Love out of there with the loose ball. Leaves it for McCoy in the front court, back to Love. That is a wide open three that he spins in. Left wing Black hands off to Caleb Love. Boy, the Tar Heels need some points. Love will try to give it to him with the triple, and he does it. Leaky Black's picked up his dribble. He needs help. Bounce pass right sideline to Caleb Love. Jab step. Uses a left-handed dribble to get to the top of the key. A long three. Caleb Love did it again. And Carolina puts up a strong fight after losing Armando Baycott just 1 minute and 19 seconds into the game, but just could not muster enough without their preseason ACC Player of the Year.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got freedom. We got power. We got future. So let's drive up and make the future we want to see together. Because your new Ford vehicle is just the start of a journey. So stop by your Ford dealer today and choose one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs ready for delivery. We've been building this country for 119 years, and we're just getting started.
We come from different places to experience a piece of history and leave our own mark on the storied fairways of number 2.
I'm not gonna believe this, girl.
Dad! Dad, have you seen this?
I did it.
Wells Fargo helps thousands of students go to college.
He got in.
By funding $107 million in scholarships and programming for diverse communities.
Don't worry. I'll be back.
When a bank does what it says,
I knew you could do it.
opportunity happens. Doing gets it done. Wells Fargo, the bank of doing.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
I need to try it first.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
I need to try it first.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics.
Thanks for being here on the show, Carolina Insider, and having a great time talking Tar Heels with you today. We've talked a bunch of men's basketball. Let's change gears. Let's head over to football, as the season, of course, is over, but that does not mean that things slow down. In fact, gosh, this time period has gotten so busy around college football with recruiting and transfers and NIL and so many different things now in the landscape of college athletics and specifically college football. Mack Brown met with the media earlier this week to talk about all of those topics.
It's hard with the NIL opportunities that are out there. A lot of the people that are leaving schools have a deal set up before they ever leave. So I would text Pat and say, "What about this one?" He said, "Coach, he's way gone, man." And that one, he's expensive. So for us to be able to get this quality of group that can get in school here, which is very difficult too, and especially the undergraduates. These guys have to have really good grades to be able to get in. So as we're learning this process, we had 5 last year, and all 5 played. 2 of them undergraduates and 3 of them graduates. Two of them were, one of them was captain. I guess Noah wasn't. He was on the leadership committee and might have been captain if he hadn't gotten hurt. But Corey Gaynor being voted to captain was a real help to our team. So we feel like that we've got a good group coming back, and this group will even enhance that. And then we've got 10 more coming in June. So that's a lot of change on your team that you feel like can help you for next year.
Did just a couple years ago.
We have our priorities. We have priorities for June. If something pops up that we would need, we would still take. You have to look at your priorities compared to your numbers. We may have some guys leave after spring practice. So do you hold those spots for high school guys the next year, or do you find the right guy in the portal in June? But it is different, and what we feel like we need to do now is it's more like free agency. You need to address immediate needs, and you need to address depth, because you're losing some guys too as you gain some guys. And we're I do think in talking to the staff and talking to the guys that were in the portal for the reason that they wanted to play more, it was great for us to let them play in the bowl game. They all practiced hard, they played hard, they left here with a really good taste in their mouth. So if somebody's leaving because they're mad, if somebody's going to the NFL, they wouldn't play anyway in the bowl. But if someone's here and they're leaving because they want more playing time, I totally understand that. It's fair. As hard as they work, then we're going to work with them to try to help them any way we can. Special teams, this year, I bet we had, Pat, 5 walk-ons starting on special teams in the bowl game. So we need depth. And instead of just a starter, a guy that may share starting time, but all these guys have the ability to start. And we feel good about that. So, but if you have to look at your immediate needs for spring practice. I think we'll start seeing some people not have a spring game because you get people hurt. You got numbers that won't be here till June. You don't want to play all your older starters because they may get hurt and you have to stay out there too long. So I think you'll see more like Georgia Tech, Pat said, had a little scrimmage and then had a practice. I think you'll see more of that than just spring games for the future. These guys get 100 calls as soon as they go in, so it's just crazy. It's one of the reasons that Justin Olson wanted to go in this afternoon, just to see who's going to call and see what kind of interest you have. And that changes with all the guys. Some of the guys have been disappointed because they were so highly recruited in high school, and they're not as recruited in the portal, so their options aren't as good. So it's just it's a learning process for all of us.
I'm not gonna believe this, girl.
Dad! Dad, have you seen this?
I did it.
Wells Fargo helps thousands of students go to college.
He got in.
By funding $107 million in scholarships and programming for diverse communities.
Don't worry, I'll be back.
When a bank does what it says,
I knew you could do it.
Opportunity happens. Doing gets it done. Wells Fargo, the bank of doing.
I need to try it first.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Does your team mean the world to you? Then we're just alike. My team here at Hardison and Cochran means the world to me. And just like you, I have nothing but confidence in my team when it's on the line. If you've been injured at work and facing a blitz from the insurance company, I welcome you to call on me and my team. We have 3 workers' compensation experts ready to put in the game to protect you and your family.
Hardison and Cochran, attorneys at law, here for you. 919 all fours.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
try it first.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got freedom. We got power. We got future. So let's drive up and make the future we want to see together. Because your new Ford vehicle is just the start of a journey. So stop by your Ford dealer today and choose one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs ready for delivery. We've been building this country for 119 years, and we're just getting started.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics.
Heading towards the finish line here on the show, let's talk a little women's basketball. Tar Heels picked up a couple of really quality wins after a tough start in ACC play. Tar Heels came back home last weekend and picked up a big victory by 10 over number 4 Notre Dame. Tar Heel defense, they went to a zone that really slowed the Irish down. Followed that up with a quality road win over a much improved Virginia team. Carolina was trailing in the fourth quarter and then went on a big run to close the game to pick up the 70-59 win. We're going to see highlights of both of those in just a moment, but we're going to start with you hearing from one of the Tar Heel veterans. That's Eva Hodgkin, transferred from William & Mary to Carolina, and she is taking control of one of the leadership roles both on and off the court. Let's hear from Eva and then see some highlights of a couple Tar Heel wins.
My name is Eva Hodgson. My position is point guard or shooting guard or whatever you need me to be. My year is 5th year on the court, but 2nd year in the MBA program, and I'm from Rindge, New Hampshire. I started playing basketball when I probably was in 4th grade or 5th grade competitively, but I have 4 older brothers, and so the nature of basketball was kind of just in our household all the time, and both my parents actually played in college as well. Part of the reason why I wanted to play a sport in college was to help pay for it. With 7 kids, my parents just couldn't cover all of our colleges. For me, that was a big motivation. One of the proudest moments being at UNC.
Option, there's 1,000.
One that comes to mind is my 1,000th point last year. Not even so much because it was the 1,000th point that I scored, but because of how much my teammates just surrounded me and loved me. It's something that will last the rest of my life. I can tell people from the minute I stepped on campus last year that I was a Tar Heel. Now looking back, it was all like everything aligns perfectly, because if I didn't go to William & Mary, I would have never been here. And it's really cool to see the pieces and God working in my life to make sure that everything happened the way it did for me to be where I am. And I'm just thrilled to be here.
There wasn't much of a window to get that pass inside. Usby up and over Westbeld. Citron in some trouble, taken away by Hodgson. Well, that was a tough place to get the ball. Todd Williams step back, good! And we're looking, but this has got to be amongst the lowest point productions for the Irish in a quarter all season. Usby wanting a couple more, gets them! Tar Heel legend joining our broadcast crew in studio.
One of the most fun players in the history of the ACC.
As Paris knocks down the triple for North Carolina. That's their 2nd 3 in the game. Bransford had the ball tipped away. Usby Kelly on the break for the Tar Heels. There's North Carolina's first points of the quarter. Todd Williams playing with 3 fouls to Kelly. It bounces in. Maybe it did get her going.
Good relocation by Mabry, though, off the penetration inside.
Adams to Usby, through everybody to tie it up. Adams. Tar Heels have made the last 5.
Citron with just 1 basket.
Usby wants the 3 and gets it.
That is in rhythm. Mismatch with Ebo.
Harris knew it, drained it.
This zone has made Notre Dame hesitate. And there's Usby ahead of the ball.
Harris wants another. Tar Heels pick up ACC win number 1 of this season.
More players streaking down. Paulina Paris will pull it out. The 3 is up and in. Back up to Kelly, pull-up jumper from the elbow. Wow, what a shot. The Heels will grab the board, down 2, into the corner. Shot is up and in with the foul. It is a 4-point play opportunity. Coach Mox imploring her team to get their hands up. Kick to the corner. The 3 is up and in. Nothing but net. 42-34, 5:16 remaining. The 3 is up and in for Kennedy Todd Williams, in which they only posted 7 total points.
I was just about to say it. Deja Kelly heading to the lane, tears things around. In this quarter, they're shooting 66+% from deep.
Both teams shooting a square 34% from the field.
Game after game. Comes with the mistake there, but it's all about reps. And she's the one that's leading their charge to extend this lead.
Valladay caught in the trap, and a smart move there by Taylor to let that layup go in uncontested. Driving the baseline. There's the kick, swinging it around. Paulina Paris, the 3 is up and in.
Shooters shoot. It was only a matter of time before Paulina, and then they get another one.
Another Virginia turnover leads to a UNC transition bucket, down 7.
That'll do it for us today on the show. We have another busy one coming next week. 2 big home games for Carolina this week. Starts Tuesday against Boston College. Then the Tar Heels host NC State, who's having a terrific season to this point, coming off a big win over a ranked Miami team this weekend. We'll have highlights of those games and more next week on the Carolina Insider.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. Visit your Carolina Ford dealer, proud partner of Carolina Athletics. The 2022 Ford F-150, a tradition of excellence. Visit your Carolina Ford dealer today. Carolina Insider is produced by Go Heels Productions for Tar Heel Sports Properties, a property of Learfield.